Alrighty. Yeah. This is tinned kangaroo dog food. Yeah. With some oxtail on the side because that makes it look more convincing if we put a bit of oxtail. That is so not kangaroo. Kangaroo is a very dark meat. Um, I believe this is one they're trying to sell in the United States of phones not focusing. Because that's the sort of photo you'd have on US packaging, not Australian packaging. Guaranteed in the USA by Real Pet Food. Australia head office, made in Australia. Product of Australia. I got the feeling this was really just made for the US market, because I've never heard of that brand before. So, interesting to note, even though it's a casserole, 0% grains. It's probably bloody potato starch instead. What do we got? It's liable to be a bit of coconut oil? Oh, God, blimey. Holy smoke, there's even honey in here. Yeah, kangaroo, chicken, beef liver, a whole bunch of veggies. Wow. Crikey. It's all written in pounds, and even they got the size here in ounces. Yeah, I got a feeling this might be a cancelled order because you can't kill endangered animals because, like so many US-centric things, everything is in the States is seen through the eyes of only living in the States. It's so bloody obvious as a foreigner. And you mightn't understand what I mean, but, you get a map out and yeah, I've seen some things. A girl going around Walmart. Where do you think Japan is? 80% of them pointed to Colombia. Fucking hell. Anyway, with the US-centric thought that happens in the United States, they've declared a kangaroo as an endangered animal because there's not many in the United States. Never mind the throngs of them we got over here. They decided that you can't have kangaroo leather football boots because it's an endangered animal. And nobody ever asked us if it was endangered. And nobody looked on any world lists of it endangered because it's certainly not endangered. But there's not many in America, so, they must be endangered. And they're special, so we're going to call them endangered anyway. And there you go. And I think that same thing that overlaps from kangaroo leather probably overlaps to kangaroo-based dog food. So, yeah. But the funny thing is, in my state, we've got feral deer, and they're not getting rid of the feral deer, although the Greens Party actually wants an open season, take as many as you want on them. While the current law is there should be no more than 10. The bag limit of 10 on the damn things. Meanwhile, there's so many of them, even up in one part of the capital, there's a freeway that comes into the capital, they bloody end up walking out in the freeway. And for the first 10 years of living in this state, I didn't even know we had deer. But they're sort of really getting out of control. Strangely enough, we have it's legal to kill. Well, we have abattoirs approved for kangaroos here in my state, but only for cat and dog food. The ones for human food are all in New South Wales. Now, I must admit that in New South Wales, where they have the edge of the outback, they bought in water troughs for sheep water. They, pumped it up out of the ground and all that. And all of a sudden, the population of kangaroos just exploded just on good water supply alone. And so, therefore, they have a ton more than we do down here. particularly because it's large open land and it's bordering on desert basically. And there's very low population in these areas, and they do literally shoot them all. And of course, you got to go through courses and training and this and that, and there's certain rules and whatnot, and you got to be certified to shoot at a certain amount of accuracy and all this sort of stuff. But all the stuff we eat's coming in from New South Wales, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is from New South Wales. But legally, we have abattoirs, but only for cat and dog food in this state. So it's a bit stupid because people say we should just, be able to deal with them in this state. But whatever. Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if this is made in New South Wales because headquarters is New South Wales. Anyway, I would say they ban this from exporting to the United States by the United States government, who decided they were endangered, even though there's tins of them. And that was the end of that. But I'll tell you one thing, old Black Kitty was very happy to see it and just about jumped in the bloody bowl as I was trying to put it in the bowl and I couldn't get it out and then I had to scrape it out. But it's the first time I've given her wet food and the first time she's flipping really eaten anything other than kibbles that I've put down in front of her. So, yeah.